Hello, everyone, and welcome to the TrustSwap Launchpad Interview series with Quants. My name is Brett, and I'll be your host. Today, I'm joined by their co-founder and CEO, Michal Horvath, and their CMO, Dev. Thanks for joining us today, fellas. How you both doing?
Thank you very much for having us. Doing great.
I'm doing great as well.
Awesome. I'm super excited for this one today. This is going to be a good one. As always, a quick reminder to the community, make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and like this video for more Launchpad news, TrustSwap updates, and a little exclusive alpha. Quants team, thank you so much for joining us today on the interview series. I can't wait to get started. Let's get it rolling by, can you both tell me a little bit about yourselves and tell me about the Quants project?
Sure, sounds very good. To basically take the start on this, I'm in the crypto space ever since late 2016, where I was really sort of introduced to the technical underpinning of Bitcoin. So got really interested in distributed ledger technologies and the sort of whole concept of blockchain. I started to, I would say, really research it in greater depth. That led me to transition from my marketing career in 2020 to actually restructure my marketing company to be a sort of a Web3 specific marketing company in 2020. So, I spent some time running a Web3 marketing company. Then I started to do angel investments as well. Thought about that this is a great merge if I merge my angel investments with the value add that I was providing to a lot of the projects through my marketing. So I effectively started my venture capital firm. We have done 35 portfolio investments during, I would say, the last bull market. So in the period of late 2020 until, let's say, mid 2022. During that time, I have sort of developed a very good reputation within the space, picked up a lot of good, meaningful connections that I work with until today. And that is also how I came about to meet my co-founder, because once I stopped deploying capital, I would say once the bear market sort of started to kick in, I deployed majority of my portfolio into more liquid strategies, particularly with quantitative hedge funds. I invested into multiple quant funds, but one of them really stood out to me because of their sort of really capable team, their great product, and what they were delivering to their investors. And I decided to sort of really partner up with my co-founder and launch Kvants. So that is how we are here today.
Awesome. Dev, can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, yeah, I mean, first of all, I would just like to say that thank you for having, giving me this opportunity. And I'm actually really happy that, that today we are having this conversation. And if you talk about me, I've earlier worked for a crypto exchange called OKX, but I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys know about that. And I worked there as a senior marketing manager. And, my main job over there was to handle the branding part, the campaigns part, and the overall marketing communication as well, right? And apart from that, I have also worked for a gamify company called Meta Rivals, where I took the complete charge of the marketing communication and the product as well. So yeah, that's pretty much about me.
Yeah, I think they've probably heard of the exchange OKX. I'm not sure, but I think they may have.
It's
Can you
it's
guys?
a bit famous one, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. It's not
Rings a
bad.
bell.
Yeah, rings a bell. Can you guys tell me a little bit about Quants as a project, just the overview?
Sure. So Quants is a AI-enabled asset management platform, fully non-custodial, which democratizes, I would say, the very opaque industry of quantitative hedge funds. Because when I was an institutional investor investing into multiple sort of venture capital deals, I realized that there is certain products and investments that are really sort of reserved for the institutional grade clientele. And even though blockchain and the entire, I would say, crypto sentiment is about democratization, there is still a very big gap in comparison to what is available to the retail investor and what is available to the institutional investor. So with Quants, we effectively want to level out the playing field between sophisticated quantitative trading strategies and the retail investors. And we do it in a fully sort of a non-custodial manner, where we enable our investors to access the quantitative trading strategies in a fully compliant manner.
Trading's a tough game, and I totally see how, I myself am attracted to a service like this. Like, I understand how the community would be too, because I've always thought it was unfair that institutions kind of had a little bit of a leg up over me. How is it that you're able to, can you run me through a little bit how Quants works in terms of its trading, and how are you able to provide this product to the people who are excited about your product?
Yes. So effectively, to give you a quick overview about how we sort of structure the entire Quants application, we have two main sides to the platform. So we have the asset management side and we have the quantitative hedge fund marketplace side. So the marketplace side is a sort of a matchmaking solution between quantitative hedge funds in the crypto space and the sort of retail investor or even institutional investor. And then I would say the phase one, where we are developing the asset management platform, that is my co-founder's in-house algorithms that he spent the last 10 to 15 years developing and sort of creating the backend infrastructure for, because the algorithms that we have on top of the digital currency market are the same, sort of utilizing the same factor models and interpreting similar data sets as the algorithms that are functioning on equities. So effectively, prior to launching every single one of the algorithms on digital currencies, before they were working on traditional equities. And when it comes to, I would say, the entire Quants platform, the sort of the unique selling point is, I would say, really the non-custodial asset management.
Awesome. I think right now is a good time to actually go off script. I know a lot of us know it. We're quite technical. Quantitative trading. Can I ask you for your Google definition of what quantitative trading is, in case anybody watching the video actually doesn't know what this product actually is? Because it's an incredible product. It provides so much to just the regular person.
So to effectively establish the definition, let me compare quantitative trading to the other modes of trading that the crypto community knows. So, everybody is very well versed with technical analysis. Everybody has since came across, let's say, grid trading bots, copy trading, and, I would say other ways in which they can algorithmically trade. But to really, I would say, draw the definition of quantitative trading, if you compare it to algorithmic trading, which is predominantly set under the circumstances of if then this that mode of sort of interpretation when it comes to trading signals, quantitative trading actually encompasses more robust mathematical models to perform analysis of large data sets and volumetric data sets and effectively utilize a factor model in which the trades are executed in. So that is what we offer on the Quants asset management platform.
Awesome. So everybody watching the video can go do a little bit of research on this as well, because I know it's not always the easiest pill to swallow, but it's an incredible product and service. All right, well, let's hop into some of the crypto fundamentals then. One of my favorite conversations. Let's chat a little bit about token utility. There's utility, there's buybacks, there's tons of things that projects can be doing. So I'd love to hear a little bit about that.
Sure. So let me, I would say, draw a big picture about the entire token utility that we have within the Kvai token ecosystem. So I would say the primary utility when it comes to the management fees that are payable, or I would say the collateral fees that are payable with the Kvai token, that's the first utility where we offer our early investors and our investors access to our platform, depending on what Kvai tier they hold within their wallets. Second utility would then be the DAO governance, which is, of course, a very important aspect as well, because with the DAO governance, in sort of the long term, we want to make quants entirely permissionless and on-chain. So we have the aspiration of making the DAO or the Quant DAO really, I would say, the epicenter of the community governance. And of course, having the voting power is going to be a very major milestone, or I would say a major item. When it comes to the buybacks that you mentioned, we do implement a randomizer where we select a dynamic range as to the randomized value as to how much revenue is being sort of utilized for the active token buybacks. So with the active token buybacks, there's multiple modes. There is one which is going to be a liquidity lock, where the buyback is utilized for a liquidity lock and the LP is then burned. There is effectively just a direct buyback and burn incentive. And I would say that's a summary of our token utility.
Amazing. Now we get to jump into something that I'm really passionate about as a marketer. What is your plan for user acquisition and getting people onto your platform?
Cool. I think I will take that question. Well, in terms of marketing, our main focus will be on user acquisition and brand awareness. And actually, there's a new marketing strategy, the go-to-marketing strategy we call it, that we've devised, and that is to white label our product on crypto exchanges and even to crypto wallets as well. So this means that we'll allow our strategies to be hosted on exchanges homepage and even crypto wallets homepage. and we'll allow them to call these strategies, that is our strategies, as their own. I mean, just for an example's sake, suppose we have onboarded OKX as a OKX crypto exchange, and then OKX launches its own product called OKX Quant Fund, and then again, and in the back end, these people are using our strategies, and this way, as an exchange, they're getting a new product completely by themselves. Again, since they're using our strategies, and being at Quants, it is actually helping us to onboard their users on our platform, and of course, increasing our asset under management as well. And apart from the onboarding crypto exchanges and crypto wallets, we will also be onboarding, not onboarding, like, yeah, we'll also be getting connected with a lot of KOLs. Definitely, they will be promoting us as well. And apart from that, we will be running a lot of Quest campaigns, like the Zeely campaigns, Galaxy campaigns, and there are so many Quest, platforms right now. So yes, it's a perfect blend of all these three strategies. Of course, there are more strategies as well, which, yeah, we don't really want to discuss right now because our competitors must be listening to us. But yeah, these are the user onboarding strategies that we'll be using.
I totally get it. You don't want those competitors hearing what we're doing in the back end. I know how it works.
I can make a comment on some of the other strategies that we have in place as well.
Absolutely, please.
We have actually made really strategic plans about user acquisition from the very beginning. So we have partnered up with a lot of leading DAO-based VCs in the space as well to actually carry out our private sales as well. So for example, TrustSwap, we have a lot more other partners as well, which will be announced on our socials. So keep an eye on our Twitter. And effectively what we'll be doing with a lot of these DAO-based VCs is cross-community pollination, because when you have a sort of a user base that is already investing, or I would say allocating into cryptocurrency deals, our platform is a very good fit for them. So that is why we partnered up with a lot of these DAO-based VCs, and we will be hosting campaigns such as a Zeely Quest or effectively an early adopters campaign to really, I would say, activate the communities of our existing strategic partners.
Outstanding. It all sounds like a fantastic marketing plan. On that note, I think this is a great place to kind of segue. Everyone who's still watching the video, every link that we talk about is going to be down below. The number one way you can support these upcoming Launchpad projects, follow them on socials. Make sure to get in there, get on the X, get on their Telegram, whatever channels they have open. Make sure to browse the website. Give the white paper a little read, please. Understand what we're talking about a little bit. It's always good for you.
We spend a lot of time on it.
They worked really hard on it. Make sure to read it.
Sleepless nights.
But all those links will be down below. Anything that the Quants team shares with us, like Zeely campaigns, early adopter campaigns, everything will be down below. So make sure to go check out the video description. Also, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and share it with your friends. As we move on, all the people still hanging in there with the AMA interview, the TrustSwap community, we always like to give them a little alpha before we get near the end of the video. Now, I'm not going to ask you to share anything too secret, but if you can share something a little secret, I'm sure the community will be very excited about it. Is there any alpha you can give us the lowdown on?
Of course. I mean, not to reveal too much. Our mainnet is right around the corner. Scheduled to launch in mid-June. So what you can do right now is go and head to our application, so Kvants.ai. When you click on Launch App, you can already mint a free Access Pass NFT, which grants you access to the entire platform. And once the token is live, we have seen a lot of projects do specific airdrops or some sort of a early adopters campaign. So not to reveal too much, I think it's going to be worthwhile becoming early adopter of Quants, especially as we sort of enter into this early alpha phase of our platform and as we launch on the mainnet as well. So definitely we are going to keep our early adopters in mind.
You heard it here first. They're going to keep their early adopters in mind. I'm just going to repeat that. So all those links again will be hosted down below. We'll make sure to make it super easy for all of our community members to hop in on that. Speaking of community, getting involved, obviously we talked about, getting in on socials, joining the conversation, asking questions in the Telegram. Dev, how can the community get involved with Quants?
Well, honestly, it's very simple, right? Just go to the Quants.ai website, mint your KVAI NFT, like Michael said, and you can just simply integrate your Bybit account, Binance or KuCoin account via API keys, and yeah, we are good to go. To access the quantitative trading strategies. Now that's the conversion part, but now let's talk about how exactly they can interact in the community. Right? At the same time, by the way, if you have minted your KYC NFT, you can definitely check out the various strategies that we have on display, and you can just see that how great these strategies are. And if you're wondering how to get involved, to be a part of Quant's community, and of course the KVAI tokens ecosystem as well, you can definitely participate in the TrustSwap Launchpad. And we will be having quite a big reward campaigns as well to boost the participation. You can always ask your doubts in a Telegram group, and we will also be giving some really great rewards to ask questions. We will also be having a lot of quiz contests as well, of course, so that if I ask you, what is quant, so what's the biggest quantitative trading strategy, on quants. So of course, people will be going to the website as well and then talking about it. So yeah, these kind of campaigns are definitely there, and if you answer these campaigns, you'll be winning quite a big prize pool. So yeah, these are some of the ways through which you can interact in the community.
Amazing. And yeah, don't forget that IDO coming up on TrustSwap. Michael, is there something you wanted to pop in there as well?
Yeah, so just to summarize on Devashish's points, make sure to head over to our app, mint a early access pass, which is a free mint on the Binance Smart Chain, which effectively grants you access to the entire asset management platform, and then later on the Quant Fund marketplace as well. And have a browse around, see what we have on offer, do some due diligence into our product, and we'll be very happy to answer any of your follow-up questions that you might have in our Telegram or in our sort of upcoming Discord server as well.
It's the best way to join a community. Start asking questions. We love to hear it over on our side, and I know the Quants team does too. On that note, questions, business, work. I know that you two are very busy, so I don't want to take too much of your time. So I think this is a wonderful time to kind of end our discussion today. We've got so much incredible information. So first, I want to thank you both for joining myself and the TrustSwap team on this call. Thank you so much. And do you have any final words for the community before we take off today?
So it was a pleasure to be a host along with my CMO here on this podcast. Regarding the community, I hope that you are enjoying the early phase of the bull market. Hopefully your portfolio is pumping. So yeah, wish you all the best going forward.
Amazing. I hope my portfolio is pumping. No, I hope everybody's is. Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Michal and Dev, for joining us on today's call and sharing your vision for Quants. I want to thank the audience, as always, for watching this entire video, getting right to the end of this week's TrustSwap interview series. Don't forget, like, subscribe, and leave us some comments down below. We would be more than happy to answer them for you. And if we can't answer them, we will get a hold of the Quants team to make sure they're in there answering questions. For those interested in getting involved with the Quants community, check the links in the description below. Make sure to check out the Telegram channel to keep up to date with all of their upcoming news. Thanks, everyone. We appreciate you joining us, and we look forward to you participating in the upcoming launch. Take care, TrustSwap community.